If I start this video with the statement, no one is coming to save you. If I start with that statement, what does that mean to you? What did you just understand? If you're into self-improvement, you're into personal development, then this is the channel. And we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about psychology on this channel. And I'm assuming that you are here for the very first time. Of course, there are a few subscribers to this channel, but assuming that you are here for the very first time, you heard this statement, nobody is coming to save you. And I gave you the context that this channel is personal development, self-improvement, psychology, entrepreneurship. Then the chances are you probably understand. Now, I just came out from 3 consultations today, and one of the things that I was driving across all these independent consultations was that you need to have accountability. You want freedom, you want autonomy, then you need accountability. You need progress, then you need to become uncomfortable. Those were the discussions earlier today. So I thought I would bring that conversation here onto this video. So if you're totally new to this, I'm here every day at this point, and we talk about self-improvement, personal development, some areas of psychology, and I just said, and entrepreneurship, and occasionally some relationship stuff, and also finances and things like that. So pretty much those are the categories. Those are the categories in which I create videos, I create conversations. The idea is to have a conversation with you, keep it very simple, get to the point. There is no this is me in my car, this is my iPhone that's recording this, and that's all there is to this. And I want to keep it as simple, as clear, and to the point with every video that I create on this channel. So that's it. So no one is coming to save you. That means you got to save yourself. And for you to save yourself, you need to become accountable. And the reason why you need to save yourself is because not that you literally have to save yourself, but the chances are you are stuck. The chances are you want to create something that you are unable to create. The chances are you have something within you, some skill, some talent, something that you want to express, and you're not able to do it. Something or other is stopping you from getting there. So you are stuck. And in order for you to avoid being stuck, the only thing you need is accountability. And you need accountability after you have exhausted every technique, every strategy, every idea, every system, every suggestion, every teaching, and more. You tried everything, nothing is working, you're still stuck, you want to avoid being stuck, then you need accountability. That's the purpose of today's video. I want to share with you a few things, some ideas that are very dominant on my mind. My intent is that this is going to help you. So this is in a way a rant video. The idea is to motivate you, inspire you, so that you take action. Okay, so let's talk about accountability a little bit in detail. See, the problem is this: you cannot outsource discipline. Can you live a life just on motivation? And I did multiple videos on this channel talking about it. Yes, you can. The problem is motivation fades. Discipline creates clarity. So in order to move from a motivation fading away state to discipline creating clarity state, the one catalyst that's needed in between is accountability. So accountability to yourself, accountability to somebody who you respect, somebody who you look up to, somebody who has done things, the things that you want to accomplish, accountability to a book that you read, accountability to a parent or um, uh, or a teacher who taught you very early in life. Some level there has to be some accountability. I'll tell you, I read books, and I talked about all kinds of books that have influenced me, and I call those books my mentors because these are the books written by people who poured their heart. Some books date back to 18th century. I have books from the 17th century also with me. And these books were written at a time when there was no marketing involved. Today, if I write a book, I want to have people buy my book and then come to my seminars. So we write books because we want to use books as funnels. But back in the day, this was the legacy of the author. People used to write books because they want to leave some clues, some frameworks, or some insights and some their own experiences, so such that the younger generation would benefit, and people subsequently whoever come are going to benefit from the teachings and from their lessons and from their experiences. There was a reason why those books were written. No marketing, no sales involved with those books. When I read those books, I feel I'm accountable to the author. The author says, do this, do that. Then I tell myself, okay, I need to do something about my life. I need to do something about, the author said that. I'm accountable to the author who died 150 years ago. Author is not around, not alive. I'm accountable because the author is a mentor in the current time through his book or her book. If you look at successful people, they none of them have done it alone. I mean, very few, but those are all outliers. They don't even count. But anybody who is exceptionally successful didn't do it on her own or on his own. No, accountability is needed, and they did it because somebody made them accountable in a way that they held their feet to the fire. If we are left alone, we make excuses. And I'll tell you this, if I would not have made a commitment to come here and record one video a day, I would have made all kinds of excuses. I don't have the camera, I don't have the lights, I don't have this, and I did that for years together. Nothing was stopping me from turning this camera on and recording something like this in my car when I first showed up on YouTube, literally 17 years ago, or 2008, 2007 is when I started this channel. Or you can go back and look at the date when this channel started. And prior to that, I had another channel. So nothing stopped me for all these years to come here and do this. But along the way, somewhere, I had one or more excuses. Why? Because I was left alone. So when I'm left alone, I'm making excuses. So I'm procrastinating. Once I know what I need to do, even after knowing that I can record this in my car, I was still procrastinating. I'll start doing this tomorrow and day after. If you go back and look at on this channel, the very first video that I recorded and published was May 19th of 2025. And ever since, I haven't missed a single day. And as I'm recording this, today is the Tuesday, the August 5th. And it's exactly 7 p.m. here in California, Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to record this video. I'm going to publish this video in about an hour or so. So, left alone, I procrastinate. Left alone, I have excuses. And what does accountability do? Accountability exposes the excuses. Whether you're accountable to yourself or somebody else in your life, or maybe to a book, to an author, or a therapist, or a guide, or your partner, accountability exposes the excuses. Every time I talk to people, I haven't met any individual who ever told me that they don't need more clarity. Everybody wants more clarity into everything in which they already have clarity, or they're struggling to get clarity. If they have it, they want more. If they do not have it, they want it anyway. So, why do we need clarity? Because with clarity, we make real decisions. So, accountability forces clarity. Think about it. Accountability forces clarity. I said that 2 times because first time I said I felt it, so I had to say it second time. As I'm saying that, I'm feeling it within me. Um, I'm yet to meet somebody who doesn't have a a structured accountability when it comes to creating success. If you know somebody, let me know. As I said, there are some outliers here and there, but um, there is always some level of structure, whether they have a coach or they have a discipline pattern, they have some habits that they guide, that using as their navigators, as they're navigating bigger goals and bigger challenges. They always have somebody, right? There is some structure behind success. As I said, I want to meet somebody who doesn't have a structure. People have told me in my seminars and workshops, I do this because I'm gifted. And then when I spend time with them asking and probing with a few questions, I get to know that they do have a structure. See, working with people over the years, I have come to realize that, we all need cheerleaders for anything that we do. And occasionally we want people to celebrate us for what we do. So you liking this video, you subscribing to this channel is nothing but celebration. I feel good. Not that I need that, but if you are giving me a like, or you're writing a comment, or you're subscribing to this channel, you should do it because I delivered value. You're with me until this point. Not because I want it, not because there is an icon there that you can click and do it. No, not necessary. Why? Because even if you do, then you're compelled. I asked you, you had to respond, so you did it, but you won't come back and watch and see my next video. What's the point? We are not engaging, we are not communicating. No, no need for that, honestly. So I need to deliver value. Now, if you like and you subscribe, then in a way, you're cheering me up, right? Let's talk about, cheerleaders and, people around us who have to boost us up and say good things about us so that our self-esteem goes up and we go do better things. If I really am coaching, let's say this is a coaching session, and this is exactly what I did earlier also in the consultations. I said, more than a cheerleader, each one of us, we need a mirror. And the only mirror that we should afford, it doesn't cost any money, and in some cases it does, but then the only mirror is the mirror of accountability. So no cheerleader, you need a mirror, and the mirror is accountability. That's how powerful this is. So if you ever considered getting a coach to get yourself to that next level, whatever that next level is for you, financially, mentally, physically, spiritually, relationally, whatever that category of area of your life is, and you ever thought, okay, fine, can I use a silent accountability partner, like a book, like a journal or something? Or do I need to have an accountability partner who I communicate, but I don't need to get a response? That could be your partner who doesn't know what you're doing, but you are telling them what you're doing. Or do you need somebody to tell you what you need to do, and you need an expert accountability partner? There are so many different variations in this. Whatever it is, I'll tell you, if you want to create success that is structured, then you need to have accountability that is structured. And I suggest you get one. Don't sleep on this. Don't wait on this. The one accountability partner may work out. One coach may work out, and they may not work out. Go to the second one. Go to the third one. Eventually, you'll find somebody whose systems, whose ideas, whose concepts, whose understanding, whose values, whose beliefs, they all will come together for you. And when it does, you'll see, results will accelerate, the outcomes, you will feel more actualized, you feel, more living your identity, your values are fulfilled, you will achieve goals. Goals will not become expensive. The challenge today we live in is goals are becoming expensive because we are not working towards them, or we are thinking about them for such a long time and we are not moving on them. So with the right coach, with the right accountability structure, goals will become inexpensive. Okay, I'm going to stop here. This has gone a long time, over 15 minutes. I try to keep this video small so people can consume. If this was helpful to you, write a comment for me, press the like button. If you can, please subscribe to the channel. And wherever you are, you be safe. And I'll be with you as early as tomorrow. So if you are subscribed, then you'll see my videos. But only subscribe if you found value. And you also somewhere believe that I can continue to provide value. If not, you may subscribe today, but I suggest that you unsubscribe if I violate my commitment on this channel. Okay, that's all for now. You take care.